This is the Northern Farms by SFTN, or Simulation for the Nation. It's got an awesome YouTube channel, guys, so please go and check them out if you haven't already. It is 451.95 megabytes to download, and the description says, "Welcome to the Northern Farms. This map is based on 4 real-life farms situated across Northumberland in the UK. Replica of the real-life farms stitched together with real-life field designs, animations, birds flying across the map, pedestrians, etc. All custom-built models built by myself for the purpose of this map. 75 fields of different sizes to be farmed, missions available across many fields, small, medium, huge. One placeable area where you can build your own production/farm. 6 sell points, a BGA and sawmill. UK license plates built into the map, custom grass textures, loads of custom sounds," and he's put, "I hope you all like this map." So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. This is what the map looks like, guys. It's not a huge map, but it's a pretty cool map. I really like it. There's a couple of little things I think are going to need an update, but apart from that, it's a very cool looking map. I'll talk about some of these sort of other areas as we get going round. But I am in new farmer mode. We're up here, so this is where you start off in all 3 modes. I've already said that. But new farmer mode, that's what I was meant to say. This is what you start off with in new farmer mode. Plot 2. It's a pretty big plot. We've got our main farm. We've also got 4 grass fields scattered around. Now number 6 there is actually part of the sheep pastures, so that's where your sheep are going to roam around in when you buy them. If I push across and click on that though, you can see that these are grass, so technically you've got 3 good sized grass fields, which we'll be checking out in a second. Now if I stay on this crop type bit there, do have linseed added in as a custom crop. It doesn't say that in the description, but there we go. We've got linseed, and there is some growing look on the map already, which is pretty cool. So nice, that's been added in. Now on our farm we've got horses, chickens, cows and sheep, which is cool. There's no sleep trigger. Well, I was going to say on the map, but there kind of is, which is one of the little issues. I'll show you that in a second. But there's no sleep trigger at any of the farms. There's also no silo at this farm, and I think there's only 2 silos on the actual map as well. So they are at a couple of the other farms. I think there's 3, maybe 4 farms in total, and there's a couple of other areas we need to buy for things to show up. But we will be doing that. I will add some money in and we'll buy them together. So yeah, that's our farm. Now in terms of field prices, well, we'll go this plot first, because in Farm Manager and Start From Scratch you don't start off with any land. That's 348,000 just over. We've got some really small sort of fields like down here, 14 grand, 17 grand. Over here 189. This is one of the farms, 476. We'll be buying them. 310. Got some smaller plots up there, 33 grand, 56. So as you can see, there is an outside of the map which takes in all of that. That is free. Now there's quite a cool, it might not please everyone, but there's quite a cool thing about buying that, but we will do that in a second. But I don't think everyone's going to be happy about it, because some people like to build up to these things, but all will be revealed in a second. So yeah, that's that. If we scroll through here, now it is showing 100 collectibles. You would think with 100 that would be the wooden toys from Elm Creek, but I haven't spotted any going around, so I don't know if that is meant to be in there. Don't start off with any productions. Contracts are available on the fields we don't own. That is going to show the animal barns and pastures things on our starting farm. And then there's our vehicles. We'll check that out. There's all your crop types. If I scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see linseed, and there's a couple of places there to sell that. And there's your crop calendar. So custom crop calendar, you can see there's a couple of planting windows for some of the crops, which is nice. we scroll down, we've got our linseed. Again, 2 planting windows there for that, which is pretty cool. So nice, that's been added in. So that is that. We'll go through mods and slot counts. To be fair, there's only 2 mods that I could see. If I go into build mode and to containers, scroll to the end, it is the medium petrol tank. Now I'm guessing that has obviously been modded in to suit the map, but is basically the same as the base game one, but it's probably done so it can fit into the map in some way, I don't know, but sometimes we see that on maps. So that's that one. And then if I go to farmhouses, here is your sleep trigger. Now it's showing a farmhouse building there, but if I do that, there is no building, it is just literally that icon. Now it has got a footprint, this, so if I was to place it down, in fact I probably will actually to show you, it does that. So be careful, it's kind of moved the ground a little bit, so it looks like it should be the shape of a house by the look at that, I suppose, possibly a doorway there, but there's your sleep trigger. So be careful. That is 20 grand though. There is some cheaper ones on the mod hub if you want to just chuck down a doormat, things like that. So that is the mods. If I stay in this menu and go to painting textures, we've got a few different ones as well. We've got farm plate, animal mud 2, asphalt, dirt, forest ground, grass, gravel, gravel dirt, gravel moss, new gravel, riverbed. That is it, nothing else in trees or plants. And that's it for the mods, that's all there is. So even though there's custom buildings and things like that, some things you can get rid of, but you're not going to be able to place them back down because they are not there to buy in the build mode. Just be aware. Now in terms of slot count, it is the same across all 3 modes because you do start off with the same equipment. You just don't get any land in Farm Manager or start from scratch. So slot count in all 3 modes is 1006, and you start off with this equipment. Medium tractors, we have got the Massey Ferguson 3670, the John Deere 7810. Now it does say 1007 at the top because I've placed that sleep trigger down. Deutschfar harvester, if I stay there actually, you can see the linseed symbol there, so you're going to use a normal harvester for that. JCB telehandler, class carrot trailer, again the linseed logo is there, so you can put linseed into a normal trailer. And we've got a header there for the harvester, and again you can see the linseed logo there, so a normal header for the harvesting the linseed. We've got a plough, a disc harrow, a seeder. Again, you're going to use a seeder to put your linseed into the ground. We've got a roller, a sprayer, fertilizer spreader, mower, tedder, windrower, a baler, it's not a bale wrapper that one, and we've got a feed mixer for making TMR, telehandler tools, manure fork, a pallet fork and a bale fork, and then we've got our trailer for our harvester header. That is it. So you're not going to be wanting to use very big equipment on this map, and you'll see by some of the roads and tracks that we go down later as we whiz round. So there we go. Now if you don't want any of that equipment, you sell it all off, you can get the slot count down to 855. There's potential to lower that even further because you can get rid of some of the animal barns, pastures, etc., and some of the buildings. But I didn't do everything, I just tested to see what we could get rid of. So it's a bit hit and miss, but just be careful, just save the game before you start playing around. Most of it you will have to go into demolish mode instead of just clicking on it to get rid of it. So I think that is it for that. We will get round. So yeah, I think that's supposed to be our farmhouse. There's a couple of houses on this plot of land, there's a few more there. Whether there are workers, I don't know. There's one in here as well. Now I'm going to jump the gates, but most of these gates will open. Got some awesome sounds for it. So yeah, another farmhouse there. First of all, in here we've got horses. This is the base game horse barn. This will hold 8 horses, so if you're familiar with it, your feed and straw triggers through there. Your horses will all appear out here, and we have already got a nice sort of riding area so you can train them up. Now if you don't want any of this here, these jumps and things like that, if we look at the map, we've got this little silo symbol. It says remove horse field items. If I tag that, it puts it there. But basically, if you go up into build mode and you click on any of these jumps, it does say sell them. Now it is going to charge us £249, euros or dollars for that, but it will get rid of them. And then if you sell off this, see, like I've clicked on that, but it's not allowing me to sell it, so you'll have to go to demolish mode and get rid of that. That then opens up this area really nice, so you could do whatever you want with that. Get rid of the trees, little extension to the farm if you wanted to. And as I said earlier, these grass fields that we own, they are pretty flat, so if you wanted to build out onto these, by all means, that is pretty cool. We've got that option. There we go, that's those horses. Let's move into the sort of main farm area where everything else is. Just in here we have a chicken pasture, so they are going to appear in there. The dialogue box is here. That is 100 chickens that will hold, so pretty good amount, very nice. The feed trough is there. Now there's no gate to get in there, so bear that in mind. I'll come back to that in a second because I want to focus on the chicken pasture for you at the moment. So look, I'm not jumping from one thing to another. So gate into this huge grass area. Now there is a gate here, and you are going to need to use this gate because this is where your eggs are going to spawn. It's a nice big area. Now when I put some chickens in, I loaded the trailer up with some wheat. I backed in and I went right up to this fence until I hit it, and the trigger came up, but it only accepted about 900 odd litres. I had to do it again, so you might have to keep doing it like that, pressing it until it's full up. The only other thing I could think of that might work is to bring a telehandler in, reach over, you might get the trigger come up that way. But if that's full of eggs, you're going to have to move them to get in there, unless you come in over there with a telehandler. So it could be a little bit tricky that. Right, I'll jump back over there. I do have a medium petrol tank. There's some of these on a couple of the other farms. It does hold up to 10,000 litres. Again, you just about get in there. So yeah, you can fill that up and get some fuel. And then this here, you can see some of the equipment, is our cow barn. So at the moment we've got some of this is quite noisy. We've got a milk collection point there. You can see the urns, so that's helpful for us. Inside here where our mixing wagon is, that is going to be your feed and straw triggers. Now your cows are going to only appear in this spot, so it might be look like it's a bit cramped in there for them, but this will hold 150. I think all the cow barns on this map hold 150, but like I say, they will spawn in there. Can open these gates, but it's a bit fiddly trying to find the trigger, because there we go, because that dialogue box is quite near. But I don't think you really need to open them unless you really want to back in to simulate you're delivering them. Right, this is showing a manure heap just here. It looks like there's 3 cow pats. That's what I'm looking for, that word. But I filled up the feed, I filled up the straw, obviously had cows in there, skipped through the night. I had slurry, I had milk, I had no manure in here. So I don't know if that's going to need an update, probably will. That's going to be your slurry collection point, or that's where I'm assuming. And that is it for the cow barn. Got a bit of storage there with some of our equipment. There's your telehandler tools. You can open this door, but I don't think you're going to get much use out of that. You could probably put a little toolbox in there for your workshop, simulate that. We can also open these doors. Bit of storage, some more of our equipment in there. I don't think there's any lights in any of the sheds, but got like skylights there. More equipment, as you can see. We have a very cool bunker silo, silage clamp, just like that. I will run back round this way. More equipment in these little sheds. Gates again. Just inside here is our telehandler, like so. This is going to be part of your sheep barn as well. They will appear in these little sort of pens here as well as outside, which is pretty cool. And the dialogue box is here. 200 sheep that will hold. Some of the icons are a little bit higher up in the air, but that's fine, it's not a problem. A little bit of storage here as well. We do have a water tank here. Did test that, it will charge you, so if you want free water, there is a couple of streams and little rivers on the map. I didn't test it, but you might be able to get free water out of those. So feed trough for your sheep are also going to need water because it is a pasture, and like I say, they will go all out here, which is pretty nice. And your wool is going to appear out the back here, like so. Now I think that is it for this farm, so we're going to grab one of the tractors, the John Deere I think, because it's the fastest out of the two, and we'll go round in the tractor. Oh, I know, I need to add in some money, don't I? So I will do that. Let's get ourselves out ready. Oh, let's crash into the manure pit. That's probably why it doesn't work. Right, so bear with me, people. I will add in some money and I will see you in a moment. We'll buy up those other areas. Okay, so let's buy up these plots. Now I have written them down just so I know where to go. So 33,816. If we buy that, there is a cow barn there, like so. 34, 281 grand, just over. That is another farm, so it's got cows and sheep on. If we go to 27, just down here, 58,872. This one's not a biggie, but it's got these. Remove junk in barns. I'll be showing you those as we go. And then 14, which is there. If we buy that, that says farmhouse. Now that's something that I don't think's right, but we'll be checking that out as we go as well. 26 is down there. That is 130 grand, just over. That's got pigs on, so that's another farm. That's a pig farm. And then I think 21 is 476 grand, just over. Buy that. It is another farm, but it's only got a liquid fertilizer silo, another silo, and just a fuel tank on there. There's a farmhouse as well. I think that's all we need to buy like that. Now what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to buy this free land. And why I'm going to do that is because something happens. So if we buy that for nothing, like so, got a couple of things that have appeared on the map. We've got the sawmill, and down here we've got the BGA. Now bear in mind that has cost us nothing. If I go down to productions, we now own for free the sawmill and the BGA. So like I say, that might not please everyone because some people like to build up to those. So if you're not wanting to own those straight away from the off, don't buy that free land. But there we go, we do end up owning those straight away when we buy them. Right, we're going to go around the map kind of like this and sort of take in everything and finish up here like so. Hopefully not too long, as long as I don't start waffling. Right, off we go. But as I said earlier, very nice map. I'm not 100% sure if this is Simulation's first map. I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is his first map. So very, very cool effort. Hats off to him for that. Like I say, just a couple of little issues I've spotted, but that's easily solved with an update. I love these little public footpaths we've got. This is what you see in the UK, so you'd see that, and then you've got these little sort of areas where you got to navigate your way through, which say, oh look, here we go. People are using it. He looks like he wants to fight me. I'm going to get out of there. But yeah, really cool little details like that. I really like things like that on maps. All the electricity lines and the boxes there, look, pretty cool. All the proper UK signs give way. Now, I was just about to say the traffic's a bit ruthless on here. They will attack you. Okay, let's go. Right, let's head into here. These will open up automatically. Now this is our shop area. Really nice buildings. We've got some logos there. This is Bellum Farm Stores. Sales, supplies and maintenance. Now if you buy, lease or reset anything, it's gonna appear down here like so. Can you see that in the distance up in the sky? That's what we're going to be looking at later. I will say no more and we'll sort that out later. Moving on around here, you can drive all the way around. We do have the workshop trigger, as you can see, workshop. You can open this door if you wish to drive in a bit further. But there's your symbol there, so you can repair machinery. In fact, that's picked that up. We're literally just touching the corner, so that's nice. Now, I didn't spot that earlier. That's interesting. That says feed, seed and fertilizer. I don't think you can buy that from here. Doesn't show in here. No, I think that might just be decorative. Seeds. The only thing I think you can buy on the map is lime, and that is literally just round this corner. Just there. So we can buy lime from there. And you can drive out, so you don't have to go through those barriers. Try and get out without crashing. I'm just gonna pull into here so I'm off the road. Into this area, very nice little pub we've got there. That's Thorn and Thistle, and their sale point is just round the back. And then pretty much opposite there, we've got the farmers market sale point. So as you can see, very tight some of it. You're definitely not going to be rocking large machinery. Oh, I have caused a traffic jam, haven't I? Okay, this is not going well. Are you going to move? Right. Oh, come on. I'm trying to do a map tour here. Everyone is holding me up. Right, let's go. I think we're safe. As you can see, the gentleman has just used it. Pretty cool pedestrian crossings, but very tight again coming through there. Have got collisions on. Need to put the mini map on so we can see. Now I'm just going to poke my nose into there because that's where we're going to be heading next. I'm going to jump out and run across. Just here we've got another sale point. This is the Country Farm Shop sale point, which is pretty cool. Run across and we're going to carry on. Now most of the farms, I forgot to show you our farm actually. I may head back up there in a second. Most of them I've got names on. So we're heading into Manor Farm, Northumberland's finest cereals. I think our farm, there's people walking here as well. No collisions on the hedges though, so if you want to skip over so you don't run them over. I know technically it doesn't matter, but try and keep the peace, don't we, with the locals. Yeah, I think our farm is called Moor Farm and it says finest British lamb and beef, I believe. Right, so this is this farm. Again, you could probably put a toolbox in there to use as a workshop. You can open this door, you can open this door, bit of storage shed like so. I'm gonna go around this side though because we have a silo here, so you're tipping in there. No idea of the capacities of the silos on the map, guys, so I do apologise, didn't test that thoroughly enough, and then your out pipe is there. They are all standard crop types though, but they will take linseed. I'm just unaware of the capacities of them. So there's that little door we open there, so you can go that way if you want. Over here we've got the liquid fertilizer silo, so it's empty, but we can fill it up to 40,000 litres. You can put as little as 1 litre in there if you wish to. Take it out from there like so. Got a gate down here which will open. Farmhouse over there, so again you can chuck a sleep trigger down. Another one of the petrol tanks, and we've got a little bit of shed space like so just there. So that is that farm. If we head on down, we need to take a right here, going through the lovely countryside. It's a very cool map though. Oh, I didn't show you that area actually, because that is pretty smart what they've done. I was meant to stop there. So we've got like a little recreation area. We've got a kiddies playground, got somewhere where they can play football or soccer. And then if you're wondering what these are, these, or I'm assuming, they're going to be covers to put over the cricket pitch, because this looks like the little cricket pavilion. How very British, very cool. I like that. Nice area, nice detail. Right, carrying on, I'm going to need to open these gates so we can get out. And then go left. I don't think you're going to get any traffic coming down these smaller tracks like this. It's just sort of more on the main roads. Probably just as well, because some of them are quite tight. This one's not too bad. Nice signage again on the map. Pretty cool. I think that might be linseed to our right there actually. And then we are at another farm, so I'm going to stop there. This is Maiden's Hall Farm, so we'll open the gate. I'll run round the back because we do have the farmhouse like so. Again, put the sleep trigger down if you wish to. Going into the fields, just all decoration really round the back. Then we move in, we've got a little bit of shed space like so. This is the other silo on the map, so again tip in there, pipe out there, just standard crop types, but like I said, we'll take linseed. Now this is shown on the map as a water tank. There's no icon to take water out. Didn't test it, but I presume it would work, but it will charge you. And then we do have our pigs over here. They will hold 400. They're going to appear out there like so. Water and feed. Your straw's going to be in here somewhere. Wondering if it's there. I don't know what that is, whether that's the trigger area for the straw. Didn't test that. But there you go, that's for your pigs. Now if you look on the map, so we are now here, so we come all the way through like this. It does show there, remove junk in barns. Now if I go up into this zone, I tried to click on this junk here, but that is part of the pig pasture. So you need to click on this shed. Now be warned though, because again it's going to charge us 249. It gets rid of all of that shed and those crates that were there. So if you want to leave that shed there, don't do that. But it doesn't ruin the pig pasture. But as you can see, they're all lit up, so the trigger for that is still in this zone. But there we go. That is the pig farm. Heading down here. Now I will show you this actually. We can drive through here. There is a train on the map, but it is just decorative. It probably will appear at some point. If we try to drive in under here where the AI traffic goes, it won't let us go in that way. But what happened to me earlier is, I think just about here, it allowed me to go through There's the train, right on cue. Oh, I'm going to get run over. Allow me to run through the train tracks. I mean, it's not going to be very helpful at all, but look at all this space out here. And we are off there, so you could probably keep going. It's just a shame you can't get any vehicles over here, because you could have a bit of a party out there, couldn't you? Creating a few fields and things like that. But there we go. Right, moving on. Also, talking, let me just get out of the way of these cars. Talking of going outside the map, again, sorry, I forgot to show you. It allowed me to go into this area. There's a lot of trees in this area. I was able to cut some of them down. I got a plough because the shop's only there. I came through and it allowed me to actually create a field here. I only did a small one, but it did appear on the map. So you might be able to get in this zone, clear a few trees and extend some of these fields, or create new ones, or do whatever you want, place other things down, buildings, etc. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to stay in this field actually, because this is those two remove junk triggers, like so. So if you go up into build mode, it's basically this guy here. You can just clear them, and it's these bells and skip. So it opens up that, tidies it up nicely. What I did notice as well, at least I haven't noticed, it probably has been on other maps, these are actually stinging nettles. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't remember seeing those on any other maps, so if they are custom to this map, that is pretty cool. Probably shouldn't be standing in the middle of them, because that's not good. Anyway, moving on from there, I'm going to cut in front of you. We will carry on up, and oh yeah, I need to show you that farmhouse. So apologies if I'm jumping a little bit, but I'm trying to remember things. So that's shown as a farmhouse. Now if I visit that, watch what happens. Bang, we drop down. That is what you could see earlier on. So the trigger to the farmhouse is floating. Now we had something like this in a map a while ago with a chicken pasture, so that's definitely not there really, is it? Shouldn't be there rather. And there's not going to be a farmhouse down here because we're in the middle of a field. As you can see, there's no room really for a farmhouse. Why there would be one there, I'm not sure. So that's going to need sorting out, but again, not a huge problem or issue. Excuse me. Anyway, moving on, we've got some houses on our left, right opposite the BGA. I wouldn't really want to live there, but there we go. If I just stop here, I'm going to hold up the traffic. We've got our animal dealer, which is just here. Now you can open this little door, and inside there is your trigger. I think you need to be about here though. So it's going to come up with all the animal barns and pastures that we've bought, like so. So there's your animal dealer, and if we carry on and turn right, I think we have to open these gates. As you can see, nice little sign there telling us what's inside. So do need to open those gates up. These will open up for us, and we'll go in here. Now we have two sell points, and they are right next door to each other, and they are called Northern Grain Services and Northern Grain Services 2. So they are one technically and two. So be careful if you're doing contracts, make sure you take it to the right one. They are right next to each other. That could cause some problems with some people, so just be careful. Right, can we get round there? No, not in one hit, so we are going to do a little bit of manoeuvring. Go around the back of those sale points. We've got our BGA. It's just a standard BGA, but obviously we do own it now because we got it for free basically. And then just here we've got a bell sale point. This is Northern Grain bells, just there. Now I would have thought these two were bunker silos because you normally get them at most BGAs, but when I put the help window on, it doesn't come up with the percentage bars that you normally get, so I don't know again if that's not working properly. But out we go. I forgot to show you the UK number plates, look, but there you go on the tractor, so that's pretty cool. Nice, we've got those. Pretty nice view from up here actually, down there. Too busy looking at the view, smashed into the fence. Okay, let's carry on out of there. And we are going to open this gate. We do need to come back on ourselves in a moment, so we'll have to come back down this way, otherwise we're going to miss a couple of things. Quite like this area as well. This is nicely done. Just brings it to life. It makes it feel like it's a proper place. Some nice pile of logs there. We've got a kind of little sort of quarry thing going on, because down the end we've got the debris crusher, so we can sell our stones down in here. You can see they're obviously working with them, which is pretty cool. A little bit of water there as well, that's nice. Right, out of there and on to the next port of call. So right back down the way we came in. And then left. Look at the speed that some of this traffic goes. Be careful when you're coming out like that. I'm surprised I haven't hit anyone yet. I know it happened early on, but alright, I'm going to stop there and I'm going to run up here, I think. Can you hear the birds? Lots of custom noises and sounds on the map, which is nice. Okay, so we've got another sale point in here. Again, quite sort of tight to get into, but this is the Northern Dairy. We've got that up there displayed. And then obviously if you came in here in a vehicle, those barriers would come out automatically. This is our sawmill. Obviously we own this now, so you sell your wood there. Well, I was going to say buy the production, but you buy that by purchasing the free land. Wood chips out there, planks over there, so pretty cool. There we go. Right, I'm going to back out, hopefully without getting hit by anyone. If we go left here, we're heading up to where that gate is, so we will open that. Now on the map we have done all this. We came up, we went into there, back out, we're now there. So I think this is supposed to be Derek's bells. It does say shop item, so it's another bell sale point. Looks pretty obvious. I don't know if Derek lives in there, but if he does, good luck to him. So just there, yeah, another bell sale point. We will spin round. Like so, and head on out. I think we've only got a couple of places left. Yeah, we have. Probably taking a little bit longer to get round because we're in the tractor, but I thought it would be a lot better to mosey on round a tractor than whizzing around in a pickup. Lovely little streams and rivers running around. Now these get quite tight. Look, we've got these bridges. There is not a lot of room there. Quite tight. and also the trees get a little bit heavy round here. So this is South Healy Farm we're heading to now. I probably will go, oh, you can see that, look at that, how tight that bridge is. So definitely not going to be using very big equipment. Right, we don't need to use that gate, we've got a cattle grid so we can whiz round through like that. There's another one up top as well, so that's pretty handy. To the right is where your sheep are going to appear. I'll show you where those triggers are, etc. in a minute. We'll just get into here and we'll spin round so we've got a quick exit. I'll leave the engine running. I'll start up over here. We've got a couple of farmhouses again on here. It's all the same plot of land. So there's a farmhouse over there. There's also one here. So you can put a sleep trigger down wherever you wish to. Pretty nice detail though. We've got some little sort of allotments, things like that. And you've got people walking around again because we've got some of these public footpaths where they're going through the back of these fields, which is nice. We have here a cow barn. This will hold 150 again. They will appear in there. You can open these gates. That's going to be your manure heap in there. I haven't tested this one. I only did the starting farm, so whether these ones will work or not, I'm not sure. Slurry collection point just there. Your feed and straw triggers there, and just across, a little bit noisy again, but we've got the milk urns. We can open that. That's going to be your milk collection point. We can open this. A little bit of storage. We've got another petrol tank in there, fuel tank we can use. And then you can open up this guy, and this leads all the way around the back and out again past the farmhouses, which is nice. Moving on, we do have the sheep pasture. Dialogue box is there, 200 sheep. We can go in this way. Got this little bit here. Now sheep again, like the first one, they will appear in here. They certainly did when I bought some. And then you can open this up. We've got feed and water. Again, they're going to need that. Like I say, they will appear out here. Now in terms of the wall, there's no obvious sign, so whether it appears in this building, or I was wondering maybe round this side, because that looks pretty flat and like an area where it could happen. So there we go, more gates and things like that. We do have a bunker silo here, that is showing. Look, we've got another water tank there, another sort of little area like so. And then also another storage shed just in there. I think that's it. Right, one more place left to visit, guys. Appreciate it if you are still with me. Even though it's a small map, there's quite a lot to take in. I always like to try and show you as much as I can. I try and test things as well. Don't always get round to doing everything though. Right, across that little bridge, we will turn this way. We should get a little bit more open. There we go. Away from the trees a bit. And then we'll just carry on north until we get to the little cow farm. Very nice and scenic. Lots of public footpath signs. There is little bits of forestry like there. A lot of it's in the free land as well, so you'll be able to work out what you can and can't do. If we turn in here and stop, we've got a gate there which we can open. That goes out. Then we've got the cow barn, 150 again. Another manure heap just there. Feed and straw. Slurry out there. And I'm guessing they do look like water tanks, but I would imagine that's going to be for your milk, because I cannot see any other obvious signs that it is elsewhere. But we've got some lovely scenic bits all through here. There's a little, where is it, pedestrian bridge. Look, you do get people walking through here as well, which is quite cool. And that's where we were just a moment ago with the sheep, etc. So there we go. I think we've covered it all. That is the Northern Farms by Simulation for the Nation. Please let me know your thoughts. Like I say, it probably will need a little bit of an update just to fix a couple of little things. Nothing major though. Still a very playable map and a very nice map indeed. But let me know your thoughts if you're playing it already. If you're going to check it out a bit later. Always like to hear your comments or read your comments. But if you have enjoyed it, guys, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. And don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.